Is there anything that you want me to go over specifically from here at the beginning? If you have any questions specifically you want me to cover, we can do that now. And then as I get into this page that we're going to be working on, we can go into more detail about it. So if you just want to raise your hand and ask your question, and I can go ahead and take care of that for you. Anybody? About your PBS? Okay, those of you that don't know or that are not part of Velavita, they are having a promotion right now through the end of the month where you buy any one product and you get 2 sample packs of that product. So, and if you order the combo pack, then you get 2 samples of the combo pack, and the sample includes 5 packs. If you get the combo pack, you get one of the stage 1 and stage 2 Xyleme, and you get 1 of each packet of the brain. So you get a caramel, a chocolate, and a lemon. If you do the Velavita brain only, then you get a 5-pack, and you have 2 caramels, 2 chocolates, and 1 lemon. And you get 2 of those, and they are great for give outs. I give them out all the time. If you don't, if you run out of the packets or the sample packs, I keep the individuals with me all the time, and I give them out. I give them out at the ball field. I give them out at church. I give them out when I get with family, just hand them out. Hey, try this. Let me know what you think. I posted a video yesterday. I actually did a study on myself to make sure it was working. I've gone 5 days without taking brain. Not my Xyleme, but my brain. And you can tell it if you look at that video. My daughter said, you look so tired and you sounded like you were just out of it. And I said, I did it on purpose. It's a 5-minute video. And literally, I went back and looked at it, and I was debating on whether or not I even wanted to post it. And I was like, man, I don't have any enthusiasm. I have no energy. I got the kids sitting here beside me talking, and I'm just going, and I'm like, I saw myself, and I'm going, okay, I'm done. I did 5 days. I got to have my brain. So we're going to be doing another video today or maybe tomorrow to show the difference. And it's like, okay, now you see, you sat through 5 minutes of that boring video. now look what you got to look forward to. Just saying it works. Trust me. Oh my gosh. I was like, I'm not going to do that again. I proved my point. It's on camera. It's there for posterity. So, yes, Emilio, go ahead.
I tried ordering the Velavita because I had ordered the Xyleme one time, and I thought I would continue receiving it with the brain, and they didn't. So I tried to get the package of just 1 brain and 1 Xyleme, and I had problems because I went to where you can take off what you've ordered before, right? And then where I wanted the 2.
Yep.
And it would just flip back, and I just kept on having trouble. So then I got tied up, and that was like a week ago.
Yeah, all you need to do, hold on.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Or maybe I hit in the wrong button or something.
Are you set up for VFill? Are you set up?
I thought I was. Well, okay. I'm set up for refills with brain, and okay. I thought by ordering the other one I have, but I didn't order them the Slim.
You didn't do the combo.
I didn't do the combo at the time when I first started. They were separate.
So what you need to do is go in there and let me get in here. So you can actually go to your store and order and cancel out your VFill. So Just a minute.
Elongated, right? Yeah.
Yep.
And
So,
then that.
so when you go here
Oh, you're
to
gonna,
your orders,
I went to V fill.
okay. So you went to VFill. So that's where your VFill is. All right. So you
Right.
go in there and you cancel the one that you have. All right.
Yeah, but it didn't work.
So if you go to this and do all zeros,
Okay.
just click all zeros
Yeah.
and hit save.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And hit save and then
That-
come back up and change it to your combo pack.
That old save button.
Yes, the save button. Go and choose your combo pack and then go and hit save. And then that's what'll be in your VFill.
I knew that. Oh yeah. Okay.
So you
Sorry.
got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Perfect.
I hope.
All right, you good to go now.
I always seem to mess up somehow.
You're fine. All right, so Miss Gail.
Yes, I had a question on the Velveeta. My VFill is the combo pack,
Uh-huh.
and I believe I'm an influencer. And I was looking into going to become an ambassador, and in looking at it, I got really confused. It looked like I was going to have to lay out $1,100 to be an ambassador from that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what it is? They
Mhm.
automatically throw in 9 boxes of
Yep.
everywhere. Okay.
You get
So that may
when
be
you
something I need to wait
originally,
on.
yeah, when you come in as an ambassador, I think you get like 9 or 18 boxes, and then with the promo that's going on now, you get 2 sample packs for each box in that ambassador. So if you come in as an ambassador, they send you the 18 boxes, you get 36 sample packs.
Okay. I was kind of
Also-
skeptical about the same.
Yeah. Also, if you come in and upgrade to ambassador, let your instructor know. Roy will pay your ticket to the Velveeta event in September.
Yeah, I heard that. I can't do that. Anyway, he was
Plus,
watching.
I mean, and here's the thing: if you yourself can't go, you can still get the ticket and gift it to someone in your downline if they can go, but just can't get the ticket. Because I have a student that is in California, and she wants to go to the Grand Crew. I have students that are in Georgia and Florida area that can't get there. They can probably get there, but they can't afford the ticket. Unfortunately, I'm already an ambassador, but that's one of the things is I have students that are upgrading but can't go because of either work reasons or health issues. And that's one of the things they're doing is they're gifting their ticket. So you have several options that you can do. So yeah.
So if I upgrade, I'll have to do it down the road a little bit because I just went Grand Cru, so I got to pay some.
Well, congratulations on Grand Cru.
But if I get but if I get all of those boxes, I'm real skeptical about the sample giving just because of liability. You know, you're giving out product, and I didn't think we were a distributor. We're not supposed to be distributors. We're supposed to be, you know, connecting consumer with product.
That is what a distributor
so,
is. That is a distributor, unfortunately. Yeah.
I guess I'm thinking back with my medical.
Yeah.
You know,
it's different. Trust me, I had to get out of that box too. Yeah. We are a distributor.
So giving this,
you are, because they
not a liability
accept it,
for us in any way.
No, because they accept it from you. Yeah, if you just pushed it on them or forcibly made them take it, that's different. But if you give it to them,
So
and
you got a paper trail saying, yes, please send me. That's okay.
Yeah, but I give mine all the time because I talk about it. You know, my daughter talks about it. People follow me on Facebook, and when they see me, there's like, "Are you still doing that stuff?" Yeah, here, take a sample of it. You know, give it to them. You know,
yeah, I thought about that long ago.
You know,
when
and that's the thing about it
your wine. And I thought, I don't know how she can do that, but
I do the same. Like my daughter, she just left. One of her friends is having a birthday today, and she's like, "Mom, they're bringing their whole family." I said, "Hold on." I sent her a whole case of wine. She said, "You're giving me all of it?" I was like, "Yep, take it to them." It's got a business card in there and a flyer, you know.
Okay,
And they all know I
Okay.
do wine. I even gave them, I said, here, give this to the birthday girl, and it's the Hudson champagne. And I said, tell them they need to go on my Facebook page and make a comment once they drink it. And she said, will do. So
okay. So if I advanced ambassador, whenever I choose to make that expense, I thought I was doing something wrong. I went ahead and I went in and I hit upgrade and it immediately threw in 18 boxes. And I went, whoa, that must be the way it's done. But how will that alter my V-fill then, since
no, your
I'm getting
V-fill
all that
stays the
product?
same. Yeah, your V-fill stays the same. So you don't have to worry about that. I used mine for samples. I have, like I said, I got a cousin that owns 2 stores. I just sent it to her and say, hey, sell this. She sells at $4 a packet. Just like they do. Yeah. And she opens the box, she sets it out there, and it's $4 a pack. And she says she can't keep it in.
I didn't think you could sell it. I thought you could give it away,
Yes,
but I
you
think you
can.
could sell it.
When it's yours, you can do whatever you want to. It's a consumable product. It's yours to do. You can, if you go and look at the shopping side of the Bella Vita, you get it for $69. It retails for $89. So
Okay.
you're getting it at a discount by being involved in the downline side of it. If you came in as a
So
customer,
you can just include a business card with the
Yeah.
packet sort of
you
thing.
can retail it. You
Okay,
can
okay. I
absolutely
won't take up any
retail
more
it.
of your time. I just was concerned mainly about that expense. Might be doing something wrong.
Yeah,
Thank you,
no,
ma'am.
that's the way. Yeah, because if you're already at the promoter influencer level, the next step is ambassador. There's only 3 or 4. You have the customer, the influencer, promoter, or the promoter, the influencer, and the ambassador. So if you're already at the stage 3, the next one is the ambassador, the big packet. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All righty. Hey, Mr. Mike, how are you?
Okay.
Good.
Sorry about.
Oh, that's okay. So, do we have any more questions before we get started? Hey, Miss Ethel, how are you, Miss Luana? I see you said Ethel. Can you unmute yourself? Yeah, click your space bar and you can unmute. It won't let me do it over here. There you
Okay,
go.
I'm sorry. Thank you so much for all your classes and your videos. You are phenomenal.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if my questions are really going to be good to do on the class because I seem to have some unusual things that bother me.
Okay, like what?
I sent you a whole list of questions and things, and one of them was, how do I properly set up the link in my home page so it's going to go where people can register for my Response Magic? When I click on that register here, it gives me one of those pages that doesn't go anywhere.
Okay. So we can go over that definitely when we create the page.
Okay, fine. That's good. And then I wanted to know how to make sure that they changed my email address, because when I first signed up, I was using one email, and then I switched it to what I'm using for the PBS, which is a Gmail address, not a Hotmail address. And it seems as if they keep reverting back to the original email somehow.
They will, and it will take an act of Congress and God himself to get them to change that, unfortunately.
Oh dear. All right, so it's not unusual.
No, and I've done the same
Okay.
thing. I actually went in and created another Response Magic with my Gmail account that I use for business, and I just don't use the other one.
Okay, so that would be the best thing for me to do
Yep.
then, to go in and just do another one
Yep.
completely. Okay, so let me
Yeah,
try
the only
that.
difference is if you've paid for anything on the other one,
No.
that wouldn't be the best option because it doesn't transfer over.
Yeah, no,
But
I
if
don't-
you still have the free account, yeah, then just go in. You'll have to change all your Response Magic codes though to fit the new one.
Meaning that I have to go in and do
Create new
the,
magnets. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's the thing. I don't have any of that now. So that's why I'm like at the very beginning part, not getting very much going on there. Okay, So
Yep.
then as far as the list of names that comes through the response magic, do you go over that too? Because I know one day
Yeah,
you had
because
a
once you get
whole
those names in there, you will get a notification that you had somebody sign up for your response magic. And then you can actually go into your response magic and go under your email list, and you'll see all the names that's there.
okay,
Once they come in, then you can import them to an Excel spreadsheet, or you can
okay.
just leave them there and just send them emails. You can create messages to send to them straight from your response magic and send them out.
All right, thank you. I went in there and I saw some names, but I never ever received an email about any of those
Sometimes,
people.
I
although-
promise you, I've actually gotten emails 2 weeks after somebody signed up,
Okay,
but they're not
all right.
always
So they're
on
not.
time when they send that. Sometimes they don't even send it at all. And sometimes I
Yeah,
found
that's what I-
mine in spam. I've also found them in promotions. I found them in social. So it could be anywhere in your email. It's not always going to go to
Okay,
your main email.
okay. Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
then when we do the opt-in form on the PBS, do we ever have to change that, or do we do that same opt-in form and then just change the list that you send to?
No, you can create as many forms as you have. I have about 50. Yeah,
And how do I put
you
those
can
changes
interchange
on there?
them. Yeah, you can interchange them. Just remove the old code, put the new code in, and it automatically changes it. I have some that I use just strictly for marketing, that I use in my advertising. I have some that I change out and put in individual pages that I use, and then I change them out on my actual website. You can put one on the front page and then one on your consecutive pages. So you can actually have 2 different codes in there. But there are some times when I create a page that I want people to be able to connect with me based on that page. So I'll create one just to put in a page like you would a picture.
Okay, so how can you distinguish between one that goes on every page and one that goes on a specific page? Do you have to go to
You
that
decide
specific
that.
page?
That's strictly your decision.
Okay, so you go to that page and actually put it on that page.
Mm-hmm. Yep, after you
Oh,
create it
wow.
specifically for that page. And we'll do that because that's one of the things I wanted to do. Is I want to make sure, but you
Excellent.
don't create the response magic code until after you've created your page, because that way you know what link you want them to go
Okay.
to. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right,
You're
I have
very
a lot more
welcome.
questions, but I think I don't want to take up any more time because there's other people that have questions.
Oh, you're
So,
fine. And
thank
what
you.
we'll do is after we get finished what we are going to go over, you'll be able to come in and, still ask questions. I'm usually here until we get to the last question answered. Even though we're scheduled 1 to 3, there's been days we've been here till 5 o'clock. I hope
Wow.
today's not one of those
That's
days, but
incredible.
we have.
I know.
I've been here till 5 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, we have a
And
lot of things to
we
do
covered a
Saturday.
bunch of stuff that day. But it's not unusual for us to be here 3:30, 4. So, but yeah, as long as everybody has their questions answered and they feel confident in what they're getting ready to do for the next week, I'm here as long as you need me. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. And as you know, I do have Jaxie. And Roy was talking today in the 11 o'clock and the 12 o'clock hour. The 11 o'clock, he was talking about Bellavita and the new promotion and how Bellavita has significantly helped him and Tanya with their weight loss. And Tanya has a very hard time sleeping. She's like me in a lot of ways with sleep. We don't sleep a lot, and the sleep that we do get is very restless because our brain's always active. I don't go into REM sleep. It's a proven fact. I got scientific documentation. They don't know why. It can't be fixed. So for me to actually have something that helps calm my brain enough that I can get 3 to 4 hours of sleep and wake up feeling rested is a big deal. Same thing with Tanya. That's why when I did this study that I just did this week, I continue to take my Zleem because I did not want to have to wake up cranky and groggy and just out of sorts, but still not have the energy. So I'm okay with not having energy, but I'm not giving up my sleep. That's the one thing.
Morphine.
My daughter's been taking Zleem. for the last 2 weeks. She's lost approximately 14 pounds on it, and she's beside herself. She's really excited about that. She's actually promoting it now. She's one of my students. So she's promoting it to her friends, but she's one of these people that she doesn't want to do a website, but now she's heavy into social media. So she's got it all over her Instagram, her TikTok, her Facebook page, you know, wherever else she's at, she's got it everywhere. She's loving it, and everybody's asking her what she's doing, and she's telling them, she's like, hey, you ain't seen me on Facebook, you ain't seen me on Instagram, go check it out. Here's what I'm taking. She's all over it. So I've been thinking about what we can do to help promote that. Yes, Miss Gail.
Yeah, speaking of that, we can only take one Zleam in a 24-hour period, correct? It's not like the brain.
Yeah, Zleam, because it's gonna put you to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, I take it, but I'm not one that has been successful with weight loss that's measurable at all. So I can't represent
it
that.
will, because see, with me, I'm the same way. I've lost a couple of pounds here and there. My daughter has lost it instantly, but I think it has to do with my sleep pattern. I go to bed late and I still get up early. So my body's not sleeping the way it needs to be. Plus, I'm not ingesting enough water. I hate water. I just hate it.
Yeah,
so
I know
I'm
we're all
actually
individualized. I think that might be my problem because I go to bed at midnight, get up at 7.
Drink wine.
Yep. And if you're not drinking half your body weight in water, it's not going to be fully effective either.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Yep.
Drink wine.
No. So one of the things I wanted to do was go over, and I've been looking at sleep and weight loss. I already have a couple of pages on that, but I wanted to incorporate a lifestyle kind of. So I was looking up sleep and weight loss, which has some great things, but y'all know me, I like to use other high key phrases and searches to use for my paragraphs, for my headings. That way I can get indexed no matter what I say or how I use it. So here's another one, how does sleep affect weight loss? I actually have that one written down. And I have another one on just the word weight loss. I'm going to put that as my key phrase, because you see how, even though it's normal, there's a lot of people competing for it. There's still a ton of traffic coming in there. So I'm going to use that as my key phrase, but I'm going to build around this key phrase with other very high contact wording that people are looking for too. I'm not going to use a diet plan because we don't have a diet plan. So that's why I'm not using anything that says diet plan or diet. Here's one that says what helps with weight loss. Okay, so that's another one I can use. So I think I have enough for the weight loss side. Now I want to see how weight loss and wine, if there's anything in there, or sleep and wine. Because I want to tie the two anchors together. So I want to make sure I have key phrases that work with that. So we're going to see what we have. And I do pay for Jaxie. That's one of the things I do. So there's not anything about sleep and wine. It's got beer and wine. So here's one that says sleep and stress. Okay. We know red wine helps with stress. But it doesn't mention wine.
Are you sharing your screen?
I thought I was.
Oh, I don't see it.
Yeah, it says I'm sharing. Do y'all see my screen? Who else doesn't see my screen?
I only see you, so maybe it's me.
Do y'all see my screen?
I can see it.
Yeah, I can too.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me three.
So I'm actually gonna have to change my search because I don't see anything with sleep and wine. So I'm gonna put wine. Let's see if we got anything there. So again, nothing about wine and sleep. Alcohol says alcohol, but I don't really want to associate alcohol with wine. Okay, so here's a few. Wine helps sleep. Does wine make you sleepy? Side effects of wine. I don't really want to talk about side effects. Here's one that says wine sleeping affects drinking wine. Okay, so not a whole lot on wine and sleep. So we can do wine and health. And we're going to tie wine in one way or the other. So depending on what I find on wine will determine how I want to go with the health, with the weight loss. So it's got red wine and health, wine and health benefits. That's a great one. Wine and heart health. I don't want to just include just the heart. So I think that's going to be our best one. Fitness and health, nope. So let's go look at this one right here. Wine and health benefits. All right, so now we have our topics that we're going to be writing about. So we're going to come to the page and we're going to start an outline. I always start an outline and I may not get finished it today, but I'm going to show you how to get finished all the things that we have to do. So I'm just going to come up here and go to page and click new. You want to make sure you look up here in your address bar and make sure the last word says page and not post. If it says post, that means you're putting it on your front page, your home page. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that it says page. If it says post, just click, excuse me, click out of it and start again. So it's like, okay, well, what are you going to use for your title? So since I know my key phrase is going to be weight loss, I'm going to put in weight loss, sleep, and wine. Oh. Healthy. Let's see. I'm just going to put health benefits. If I can spell. All right. Then I'm going to come down here under my SEO. Some of you will come through here and it'll look like this. It'll just have Yoast. Just click your arrow, drop down arrow. It will open it up. And then my key phrase is going to be weight loss because it has the highest content of people looking for it. And then based on what my research that I have, what am I going to put in first? So I want to do not what or how does sleep affect weight loss? Okay, that's going to be one. And then I'm going to put here, I'm going to put weight loss women, because I am a woman, I can talk about this. Okay, and then the other one I want to talk about what helps with weight loss. And then, actually, I want to move these. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I'm going to talk about what helps with weight loss, and then I'm going to talk about the effects of sleep, and then I'm going to talk about, let's go up here, move this, and then I'm going to talk about that. So I'm going to talk about weight loss in general. I'm going to talk about weight loss in women, and then I'm going to incorporate sleep in weight loss. Okay. These two I'm going to talk in general. I might bring in the Valentis products. I might go ahead and put in sleep. The weight loss in women, I'm definitely going to bring in the brain product and help women, you know, with all the issues we have to go through. I'm going to allude to men in there, and in the men's section, I'm actually going to send them to a page I'll have on men's health so they can see all the products that's there. I'm not going to really talk about men in general here. And then from here, I'm going to talk about after sleep. How does sleep affect? Let me get all my notes here because I got like 2 pages of things I wrote down while he was talking. I want to see which ones I want to use. So I'm going to talk about sleep and health. And like I said, I might incorporate a couple of them together. And then here I'm going to talk about so there, other health related issues, wine and health. So I can actually talk about wine and health here. I can talk about men's health issues in this one, but now I can combine the two. So I have my outline. Then I'm going to come down here. I'm not going to do my meta description right yet because I don't know how my page is going to flow, but I want to see how it looks. So far my title is green, so that's perfect. I want my title to be green. I'm not going to look at this analysis because I haven't even started the page yet. So then I'm going to come here and I'm actually going to change this to a heading. And I'm going to capitalize the first letter of each word. And before I start writing, I'm actually going to come under here and do my introduction paragraph. Okay, so I said to get started, just follow this link. So the one thing you want to make sure you always do is in your introductory paragraph or your first paragraph, give them a way to go ahead and get started with the program, or go ahead and give them a way to order whatever it is you're marketing. You don't have to wait till you get to the end or get to the meat of your page. You want to give them an instant way to go ahead and get what they want and get on with it. The good thing about Velavita, unless it's a Friday after 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, your product will go out in 2 days. So if they order, say like at 2:30 on Friday, most of the time they'll get it by Tuesday. If they order after Friday, 5 o'clock, if they order it during the weekend, they won't get it till like Wednesday or Thursday. Sometimes Tuesday, just depends on what time they get started with fulfillment. But 2 days is what you need, is all they need to get their product in their hand and started. So you want to make sure that you give them access to that. Now, like I said, I have my Google Docs. If you don't have a Google Doc with all your marketing on it, then you're going to use your website. Well, I have my Google Docs and it has all of my stuff in it that I need for Velavita. So I'm just going to pull up my marketing page. And in that marketing page, I have my individual links to Velavita itself, but I also have my internal pages that I can use. So from here, I want them to go straight to the product. So I'm just going to highlight this, okay, and copy. And then I'm going to go to my page I'm creating, and I'm just going to highlight this. And I'm going to click on this link tab. And from here, I'm going to paste that link in there. I'm going to open it in a new tab and submit. So now that one is linked, okay? So now I told them I'm going to be talking about weight loss. I'm going to be talking about how your metabolism slows down. I'm also going to be talking about your lack of sleep and poor health. And then I'm telling them, hey, we got something that we can talk about. I'm not mentioning wine here because I want them to come in for the health issues, for the weight loss. When I get down to here, other health related issues, this is where I'm going to incorporate the wine. And this is where, and I'm not going to actually talk to them about wine. I'm just going to allude to the fact that, hey, there's a whole different side effects that wine can offer and properly made wine. And there we'll show you how to get started with that. So health loss, what helps with weight loss? So this is where I'm going to be talking about what helps with weight loss. Okay, so there's that. Just did some general information, done some medical research on, sleep. So I've incorporated sleep along with food. So then I'm going to come in here and, my SEO is, my readability is looking good. My SEO is still orange. And I know it's because, no links, no meta description, no images, which is fine. So then I'm going to talk about women and weight loss. Again, I'm going to come here and do a heading. And I want to make sure that I have everything capitalized. I don't capitalize the word and. All right, so you see my subtle hints right there of incorporating our wine. So that's one of the things I can add to. And again, I'm just going to go ahead and keep stressing about how the women and weight loss has affected their lives. We have so many things that we have to go through. We have all, like I said, stressors of society, how they make women have to have a certain appearance all the time when it's just not always available to do that. Okay, so again, I've included my brain right here. how they can incorporate that. So just by doing that, so now my readability went to orange. Subheadings, okay? So in other words, it's telling me somewhere it's too long, and it's probably this one, probably here. So right here, I'm going to drop this. And that took care of it. This paragraph was too long. If you have a paragraph that has more than 150 words in it, you're going to get that. It's going to tell you need to break your paragraph up. So your paragraph can be no more than 150 words. If you have more than 3 paragraphs in a row with more than 150 words, then it's going to tell you you need a subheading or a header in there. So we have that. So now, because I've been talking about sleep, I've talked about wine, I've talked about women, I've talked about weight gain, I'm going to go ahead and talk about sleep and health. And I'm going to make this a header. Capitalize this. And now that I know where I'm going to go ahead and go to my SEO, and I'm going to do my meta description. Now your meta description needs to include your key phrase. It doesn't have to be in the beginning, but it needs to be somewhere in your meta description. Your meta description has to be short and concise. It needs to summarize what you're talking about in less than 2.5 sentences. So we're going to do that. And the reason you want to do that is because you want whoever is searching for what you're talking about to be able to see your full description without having to click on to see the rest of your description. Most people, if you have to click on to see what else you're talking about, they're not going to click it. They're going to go to the next one in line. So that's why you want to make sure your meta description is always in the green. That way they can see everything that you have to talk about. So I might just go ahead. All right, so again, I'm restating what my title is. Weight loss, sleep, and wine are all ways to help with better overall health issues. This page will help you see how this can make sense. And the reason I stopped right there is you see this went all the way to the end. If I would have kept writing what my thought wanted to say or what I had in my head, it would have been too long. The minute this turns orange, then you're going to see, they're not going to see your whole thought. They're not going to see everything you wanted to say. They're going to have that little button underneath your description that says, click here to read more. You never want them to have to do that. You want them to be able to click on your link or your title to go to your paragraph. So that's why I stopped. And immediately now my page is green and green just by doing that little bit. So I've done a lot. I don't want to lose anything. So I'm going to come up here and hit save draft because I don't want to lose what I've already done. Okay. So with that being said, women and weight loss. Now I'm going to talk about sleep and health. And I've already done a whole page on sleep and how sleep affects your brain, how it affects your body, your heart, your blood circulation, everything. But I'm still going to talk about it a little bit. All right, so you see my readability went from green to orange to red just by this one paragraph. Number one, it's too long. All right, so I'm going to split this up where I talk about sleep. And then I'm going to break this up where it talks about the Zling. So now I'm back green. So now I have 3 different topics in sleep and health. So I talked about the vital roles of sleep. I talked about the minimum requirements of sleep. I also talked about the product of the biohacking system to sleep and other things. So, so now that I've actually talked about this, I've discovered I don't need this right here. Maybe not, okay? Thank you. So, but I think I might, because I'm still talking about weight loss. I talked about how it affects it. But I think I'm going to change this up a little bit. Actually, I'm just going to remove it. I'm just going to remove it altogether. Okay. So I'm just going to put sleep and other health related issues. So I'm going to actually create this into a header. All right. So I want to make sure I'm still where I need to be. Subheading. So it's telling me I still have a place that I need a subheading. It's probably going to be in one of these long paragraphs. It's not going to be that one. It's probably going to be right around here. So I'm just going to come in here and do a subheading, and I'm going to do a smaller subheading and do food and health. Just do healthy foods. Okay, let's see if that took care of that one. So yeah, so that was the one place that I had my paragraphs were kind of long. I can even do that here, but I don't want to because my paragraphs here are really short. So that's why I didn't have that issue. So I'm going to put here and just talk about sleep. All right. So I just wrote a short paragraph on sleep and other health-related issues so I can tie in not only my brain, my lack of sleep, plus I can also throw in my PE product that we have for Sephora for men. That's why I threw in sex things about your sex drive, but that's also helps with sleep. So again, we're still going back to lack of sleep or sleep health, sleep issues, but I can actually take this to my page about that problem that we have for men with the ED. So they can read about that. I have brain in there too. I can also talk about red wines and health. I have a whole page on how red wine is healthy and the benefits of red wine. Properly, that's why I said properly made red wines, not just any red wine. I also threw in there, and this is based on studies, a 6-ounce glass of red wine before bed can help with sleep as well as blood circulation. So again, and then I'm just going to come here and I write a conclusion or summary, and I'm going to do it as a header. And this is one of the things you always want to make sure, and some people will get this, that they're not using their key phrase in your headings. You have to use your key phrase in your heading, one or heading 2 or 3, at least a couple of times in your page. That way people are drawn to your page or drawn to your topic based on your key phrase. You also want to use it periodically in your writing. You don't want to use it too many times because you're going to get down there that you're using it too many times. So we're going to come through and look and see. So I know I don't have any internal links. I know I don't have any images, but overall, see, I've used my key phrase 11 times, which is good. If they say you've used it not enough, they'll tell you you haven't used it enough. If you've used it too many times, they'll tell you you haven't used it too many times. So you want to make sure that you are going through and looking at this periodically, but once it turns green and green, you don't ever have to look at this. You're perfect. It's right where Google wants it to be. However, you want to look at it when you get finished and make sure you have no reds. Red is a bad indicator. That means you have something that you really need, but your page is still good. You want to make sure you get rid of the reds, always, 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 always. So we're going to come up here and do our summary. Right, and I always like, especially when you're talking about something as sensitive as weight gain or weight issues or problems or sleep, you always give that person a challenge. They've already tried everything else and failed. If they hadn't, they still wouldn't be looking for stuff to help them lose weight. So give them a challenge, issue them that thing that's going to push them to the edge. I challenge you to try this. I dare you to give it a try to see how it affects you. You know, let them become, set your posture in your writing. Give them that option. Says, hey, you don't want to try a whole pack? Fine. Use a 5-day sample pack. See how it affects you. See if it even makes you feel better. And then give them a challenge. You can say, I challenge you. You can say, I dare you to try it. And even tell them, hey, get in touch with me if you don't like it. Or post it on Facebook that you tried it and didn't like it. Give them that extra something that's going to make them want to click and figure out what you're doing. So then I'm just going to click here and save my draft. And then from there, I'm going to go and get my links. For those of you that don't have your page set up for your Google Drive, then all you're going to do is you're going to go to your Velavita. You're just going to log in. Okay, and once you log in, you're going to go to your profile up here. You're going to go click profile. Down here on the left-hand side, you're going to go to where it says replicated site. And at the very bottom, you're going to have all your referral links. You always want them to go to your product page if you're asking them to try your product, okay? If you're writing a page for them to actually sign up as an ambassador with you or as a business partner, then you want to send them to the register page so they can go and sign up immediately. If you just want them to come and see your Velavita store, you can send them the Velavita. It's really up to you where you want to send them based on what you're writing. Then from there, you're just going to come in and you're going to choose individual words that you want to use to actually promote your product. Now, one of the things I want you to notice is the only reds I have is internal link and images, right? I want you to see something. Some of you come across this and you're like, what did I do wrong? How do I get rid of it? My key phrase is what? Weight loss, right? And it needs to be in lowercase for y'all that don't know. Even if you are using a proper noun that needs to be capitalized, don't capitalize it in your key phrase, because if you do, you have to capitalize it every time you use it, or it's going to tell you you're not using your key phrase. So don't ever use capitalization in your key phrase. Now you can use capitalization when you're writing. It doesn't affect your key phrase, but if you use capitalization in your key phrase, it affects it in your writing, okay? So they're not interchangeable. So my key phrase is weight loss. So the minute I come here and use weight loss and highlight it and send it to my Velavita page, I want you to watch what happens. I come down here, hit save draft. Actually, I did the whole sentence and I shouldn't have. Let me try that again. Break the link, weight loss. I'm going to highlight weight loss and I'm going to link it. Put it in a new tab. Then I'm going to scroll down here to the bottom. And you see this right here? Linking key phrase. You are linking to another page with the word that you want this page to rank for. Don't do that. And for a while, people was like, well, you're sending them using the same key phrase that your affiliate is. That's not what it means. That means you have set a key phrase for your page to rank in Google, okay? Here it's weight loss. What I've done is I've linked Velavita to my key phrase. So in other words, I'm using my page and Velavita is now competing. I don't ever want to compete with myself. So I want to never use your key phrase to link your affiliate with, or you're going to get that message every time. So if you've gone through and you have that key phrase that you're linking it to another thing, go through your page that you are currently writing on. It's not any other page in your system. It's the page you are currently writing on. And find out where your key phrases are linked. That's what that means. So you don't want to do that. So I'm going to go through here. I don't really see anything that I want to link there. I'm going to say a healthier you. I want to link that. You just choose. It's up to you really what words or phrases you want to link to. Okay. It has nothing to do with how, you know, a specific word ranks better than another one. It's just how you want your words to play, how you want people to see your individual. And I can use whole sentences. Okay. You don't have to have every paragraph to a link, and you're going to see here that I'm going to have some paragraphs that's not going to have any. I'm going to have some paragraphs that's going to have a bunch. Okay. And again, I'm going to do this. Women have. And we're going to see if this one gives it, because I'm doing a whole sentence and not the individual phrase. It may not give it to me. So we're going to go down here and look. Nope, it didn't, because I'm using more than just the one word. Again, I've done a lot. I want to hit save my draft. Okay. So many health issues. Again, I want to make sure I have that. Okay, now here is where I'm doing a glass of wine. So I want them to go to my wine ambassador page. So again, I'm going to come through here and I want them to go to my fine wines page, or I'm going to go compare. And I open mine in a new page. Most you don't have to if you don't want to, but I do. So there's my internal link. I'm sending them to a page in my website. Now here I'm telling them a favorite Merlot or Chardonnay. Again, I'm going to send them to my my wine. So I'm just going to come here and grab my wine link. I think I have it in here. So now I'm just going to go find my wine link. And I may not, yep, here it is. So I'm going to just go right here and send them straight to my wine page, directly to my wine ambassador. So I'm going to do favorite Merlot or Chardonnay. Paste, open in a new tab, and there. Okay. So now people's like, okay, you just lost your link. No, I didn't. All I have to do is come here and copy this link and keep going. And here I want to say new tropics, biohacking. And again, I'm going right back to Velavita. So you don't ever lose anything, just a snap. Okay. And sleep. Again, like I said, I like to use whole paragraph or sentences or phrases. I don't like to use one word. Help with sufficient sleep. Okay. So better sleep. I actually have a page that I wrote, so I want to send them to the sleep page so they can read Sleep in Your Body. Got 2 of them, so open it in a new tab. So there's that. And then we're going to talk about other health-related issues. Sex drive. So right here, I'm going to put in here ED. Help if I could spell it right. There you go. Okay, so there's my internal links. And right here, 6-ounce glass of red wine. So I have a page here I want to send them to. Okay, so there's that. And then the summary. Amazing snap. And I'm putting my Velavita in there and open. And then just tell them to order 5-day sample pack. And then if you want to, come down here and you can create a header. And then you're going to center that and highlight it and put your Velavita link in there. And then from here, if you want to change it and make it stand out, you can do your text color. You can do a custom text color. Come on. There you go. And then save draft. So once you have that done, your page is finished, basically. So we're going to come down here and see what happens. Now, only thing I don't have is an image. We can fix that. So then we're going to go through our readability. So now I got rid of all of those pesky other ones. My flesh score is really high, which means I have short, concise sentences. It's easy to read. I have short paragraphs, but I still have all of my information in there. I have my transition words. My passive voice is great. So if you have those pesky transition words and passive voice, keep writing. The more you write, the more you get rid of that. Okay. A page can't be too long, although I tell you, if you're getting on the 2,000 word mark, then it's probably getting a little lengthy. Most people will stop reading between 1,200 and 1,500 words. That's just general research. So you want to keep your pages really small. So that's the other thing. Now we're going to come through and create pages or pictures. You want to go through your images. Those of you that have the memes, this is a great place that you can go and get images. If you don't have the memes, then you want to just go ahead and create pages or get pictures. You don't know where to get them. Okay, there's quite a few places. Go to Google and just start typing. You can actually go over here to Google Images if you're in Google, and it pulls up the images only. And you can just type in, like I got right here, sleep and obesity. And it's going to give me all the pictures of sleep and obesity, people that are sleeping. I try not to use things that already have somebody else's information or another logo on it. So here's one that you can use for lack of sleep. Here's people with CPAP that because of their obesity, they have to use the CPAP. So you can actually use that. I like to use cartoons. That way it's not causing anybody any issues. I'm not using somebody's image that might get offended because they didn't give me permission to use it. So here's one that I can use, but I don't want to because it's got this doctors in it. I could actually use that for Canva if I wanted to, but so here's one we can use. Your weight matters for your health. So we can see that one. I know that ain't what I want to do. So I'm just going to say, you can do one or two things. If you have a folder that you want to save your images in, you can hit save image as. If you want to copy the image, you can hit copy image, go to your site, and just pick a place that you want to put the image and paste. Okay, the image is going to show up, and then from there you can choose where you want to put the image. You can align it to the left. You can align it to the right, or you can center it depending on how big you want it. Since this is a relatively small picture, I think I'm going to align it to the right. And there's that. And again, you want to link your picture. So we're going to link my picture. I'm going to send it to my Velavita. Oh, I got to go get it. So I got to copy my Velavita link because remember, we just copied the picture. So I'm going to copy my link. Then I'm going to click on here, hit my link tab, paste my Velavita link there, hit the drop down settings, open it in a new tab and submit or apply. So now my image is linked, but we also want to make sure that this picture is linked to us by our key phrase. So this picture, when I copied it, gave me this information for another website. I don't want to do that. I'm going to take it out and I'm going to put mine in there. My key phrase is weight loss. Okay, so now I'm going to go through here and make sure everything is good. So now just by adding those few pictures, I'm good. I'm all green and green, but I still want to add a few more based on what you're talking about. So now here we have weight loss in women, and we're going to go through our images. So if you don't see image here and you're mostly used, just go to your browse all. You're going to scroll down till you see your media, and it says media, and you're going to click on image. And then let's look in your media library. Since I have tons of pictures that I've uploaded here and there, I'm just going to go through and find one that has women in it that are drinking wine. And everybody should have that picture in there. It came with your site of women and wine. So that's what I want to do, is I want to find that picture. Guys, that's what I used to look like. I've lost about 75 pounds. It's amazing. So we're going to find a picture of women. And the reason I want to find the picture of women and wine, see, I love that one too. I think it's a little sexy, but for what I want to do right now, I love that little lady. I found her and I can't remember where I found her at. I'm glad I saved it because I ain't been able to find it since. So let's go through here. We can even do women in bath, taking a bath. I think I might use that one. Where is she at? There's one where she is actually, I don't see yet the wine in it. Oh, thought I had one with her and wine. Right there. That's the perfect picture. Select. So again, we're going to select this image. We're going to align it to the left and see her. Then we're going to link our picture, and it's going to say media file because that's where I got it from. You're just going to click on that X and you're going to paste your link of where you want that picture to be associated with. You're going to open it in a new tab. And again, you're going to submit it. Come over here, open this up. Then you're going to see your image. Now, when you come over to your images, if you click on your image, you're going to get this toolbar, and you can actually click on it and make it a little bit different, make it more unique. And again, you're going to come over here and you can type in wine and women as another key phrase that this picture can be linked with. Okay. All right. And then we can do one for sleep and health. And I'm going to go to my images, go to my media library because I have pictures in here already for sleep and health. So I am going to find one right here. Sleep and health. And that one's a fairly large picture, so I'm just going to condense it a little bit and still leave it centered. And then I'm going to come in here, remove my media file, paste that in there, open in a new link and apply. Come back over here and do sleep. So you can have different links or different key phrases for your images. It's really up to you. And then for here, I have other health related issues. So I want to go in here and pull another image that I have out of my library for my physical or ED. And let's see. I want to use that one. Okay. And again, I want to shrink it, but I still want to leave it to where it's important, where people can see it. And again, I want to link it. Now this one, I want it to go to my ED page. And for my alternatives text here, I'm actually going to type in okay. All right, and there we have that. So then I'm going to save my draft. And I'm going to come through here and make sure I still have my green and green. Go through, make sure nothing else has changed. Now, since everything's good, I'm happy with what it looks like. I have my images there. I'm going to click on preview. I want to preview it in a new tab, and I want to see what it looks like. Okay, what it's going to look like to other people. All right, so from the beginning, I see I didn't capitalize these letters. I want to go in and capitalize them. Okay, everything else looks good. I got an image here. I have an image here. A couple of paragraphs later, image, image. So my images are spaced out pretty good, about every 2 or 3 paragraphs, which is great. That's what I want. Okay, but I want to make sure I go back in and change that title. Make sure it is got my words all right. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to come down here to my SEO, and I want to look at my slug. You see how big this is? I don't want this big title. I want something that I can use in advertising. It's going to be really easy to use. So I'm actually going to change this. It doesn't change my key phrase. It doesn't change my phrase. It doesn't change anything. It just lets me choose what I want my link to be. So I'm going to save my draft here. And now I'm just going to click publish. And it's going to ask me to publish. All right. So now here's my link, weight loss sleep. Okay. Which is fine. That's what I want it to do. So now that page is done. So now what I want to do is go to my permalink and I want to copy this. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to do is, like I said, I want to put my response magic link in here. So I'm going to go to my enhancements. I'm going to go to my response magic, and I'm going to create a magnet. Okay. To put inside my response magic. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to create an opt-in form. Okay, and what list do I want to? I already have a list that I've created. I want it to go into Velavita right here. But if you don't have one, you can create a list. But I already have one, so I'm just going to go in here to Velavita, and I want to put it in my Velavita link or my Velavita email. All right. And then you're going to create a headline. What's your headline? You can use your same as your title. All right, you can see it's being made right here. If you like the way that looks, that's fine. You can actually change your color. If you want to click on that color. I'm a purple kind of girl. And then I want that 8C. I'm gonna write this down because I don't want to lose my link. Okay, and I'm going to click choose. So now it changed it to purple. My call to action is drop those sleep better and lose weight. All right, that's the one thing you cannot change color on. It stays black and white. Now, if you had a video, a YouTube video, you can actually put that there. So Rory has one on his site that you can use. So if you wanted to go to Rory 3, you can put that in there. Or if you already have some that you want to use, you can put that in there. It's totally up to you how you want to use it. But right now, we're not going to worry about it. It only takes YouTube. So if you have a Vimeo or any other type of video on there, it won't take it. It only takes video. YouTube. So then from there, I think I might go ahead and put that in there. So we're going to go to rory3.com. And we're going to go to Roy's page, and I'm going to show you how to get that out of there. He's got his under health and fitness. I think he has it under his brain. Yep, he's got it under his brain. So we can't use this one because this is a Vimeo. It won't allow you to use that. I thought he had another one here. Let's try biohacking. All right, so there's his video. If you right click it, it gives you the opportunity to copy the URL. This is where you want the URL. So you're going to copy that URL, go back to your response magic, and you're going to paste that link in there. Okay. So there's that. Then you're going to go to your questionnaire. All right. So you have your questionnaire right here. These little red dots mean they have to fill this out. You always want to make sure you have their first, last name, and email. Then from there, you can choose what other questions that you want to add into there. All right. So for those of you that doesn't pay for the SMS on this one, you want to make sure you have their phone number. I don't usually highlight that. Let them give me their number if they want to, but I always want their email. Okay. And then I want to know what state they're in. That way I can see what time zone I need to call. And I do highlight that. I need their state. Now you can come in and customize. When it says customize field, you can come in and ask, what do you want to put in there? Okay. I want to know, shoot, delete that. I want to do the customized field. And I want to know how much weight or what's your interest, like I had before. Okay, so you can choose what they want. You can ask them, how much weight do you need to lose? Do you enjoy wine? That would be a good one. Okay. All right. You don't want to have too many in here. You don't want the list to be a mile long, but you can add a couple more. You can say, do you need to lose weight? You know, you can do another custom field 2. All right. And then you can go from there. And then it says get access, and you can say join today. Or you can say find out more. All right, and now remember that color code I put in? So right here, I want to copy that color because I like everything to be uniform. So I'm going to type in HC0A75 and hit choose. And there's my purple. So now my purples are the same. Then this is where people get confused. Step 5. Step 5, do you want them to use their Facebook landing page? No, you don't, because then they will only give you their Facebook name and information and email. They won't fill out this form right here. That form will never be there. They won't see it. So you want to say no. You want them to fill out your information that you requested, okay? Since I do have SMS, I want to enable that. Where do I want them to go? I want them to go to my marketing prospects, okay? Then you want to make sure that you have this information correct. Whatever you registered with Response Magic with, that's what this has. If you want to put your email there, or if you want to put a phone number there, if you want to put your website name there, do it. I put my name because I want them to know that I'm a real person, that I will be contacting them. So when they do see my emails, they see my name because my emails is linked to my name. So they can relate to that. It's like, oh, that's that person that I fill the information out for. So again, you want to make sure you're as honest as possible. Don't try to hide anything. Just be honest. Do you want to receive a notification? Yes. Do you want them to stay on the page? No. You want them to go to the page you selected. Oh, and I put the YouTube in there. So what do I want to do? I want to go back here and I want to get my permalink again. Okay. And then I leave this here because I want to give credit where credit's due. And then before you hit submit, you want to go through and look and make sure you have everything spelled correctly. So look at your information, weight loss, sleep and wine, sleep better and lose weight. First name, last name, make sure anything that you want highlighted, stay highlighted. See, I didn't ask for the address. I don't want their address. I'm gonna take that off. Okay, I just want their telephone, their state. Do you enjoy wine? Do you need to lose weight? I'm actually gonna highlight those in red, okay? Because I want them to answer it. Because if they say they enjoy wine but don't need to lose weight, I don't want to send them information about weight loss. If they say they enjoy wine, I'm going to send them information on how to join the wine club. So everything is exactly the way I want it. The spelling is correct. Okay. So now I'm going to hit submit and get code. So now here's my code. So these are my squeeze links. Your squeeze links works just like a link for your regular information for any affiliate. So if you want to see what it's going to look like when somebody clicks it, you just click on it and you will see that they see that opportunity video and then they have your form to fill out. Okay. If you want to see what it looks like horizontal, the video shows up on the left side. They have your information to fill out. They can watch the video, hear about Velavita, the different programs it has, the different products it has, fill out their information. And then when they click here, they're going to go back to your page that they came from. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to go back to this is, if you wanted to put this in your website, this is the link that you would use, is this code, just like you did originally. So we want to put this in our website. So I am going to copy this link. And I'm going to go back to my page. And I'm just going to put a link in here where I don't have an image. So I'm going to come here. And I am going to do a header. Or I can just say, all right, so I can say order yours today or sign up. Okay, and then I can center this. I can make it smaller if I want to. And then I'm going to highlight it. And I'm going to put that link in there. I still want it to open up in a new tab and paste. So now when they come here and click this link, they're going to come here and they're going to get my response magic code. As soon as it opens up. Oh, where's my internet? Come on. Can y'all still hear me? All right, let's try this again. So I'm gonna come here and click on my link and let's hope my internet. Sorry guys, I lost you there for a second.
You were in outer space
Yeah,
with the astronaut. Okay.
yeah, my internet changed internet services, so. All right, so I'm gonna put this in that link is going into my response magic link. I just put sign up for information on this amazing product. I went to my response magic and got my response magic vertical link, my squeeze link. I pasted it here. So now if anybody clicks on this, it's going to open up my response magic code. They can see the opportunity video. They can fill out the information. Okay. And then when they click more, it's going to bring them right back to the page so they can finish reading. Okay. So Ms. Lawanda, I hope that explains how to use your response magic codes. Now, if you have codes in your response magic, all you have to do is go to review, go to your customer magnets, and you can see all the magnets you've ever created. You see, I have 32. I got rid of some because they had either direct sellers or other programs that we no longer use. So I got rid of them. And then I had to go and find wherever I had them and remove them on my pages. So this is how you can keep up with them. They don't go away unless you get rid of them and just go in and delete them. So you want to make sure you can create as many as you can or as many as you want. You just want to make sure that they all make sense, that they all are part of your program. Okay, and that they can all be used. So now that we have that in here, I think my page is complete. I'm going to go here and update it. And in about an hour and a half, I've got a page from beginning to end, including a response magic code for it. So that's how you go in and create your pages. It just makes it easier for me if I create an outline. All of these tabs, which is a good thing, not tabs, but all of my headlines are actually key phrases that I got from my Google search and got from my Jaxie. So if somebody comes and starts looking for what helps with weight loss, they're going to get my page, or my page is going to be in their search. If they're coming in and looking for weight loss in women, my page is going to come up in their search because that's what I have here. If they're looking for sleep and health, my page is going to come up in their search because I have it in my website or I have it on this page. If they're looking for wine and health, if they're looking for sleep and other health related issues, my page is going to come up. If they're looking for Chardonnay and key in Chardonnay, my page will come up because I've used the word Chardonnay. If they're looking for fine wines, my page will come up because I have fine wines in here. If they're looking for fashion models, even my page will come up because I mentioned fashion models. So every word that you mention has a potential to make your page index because somebody is looking for that. Doesn't mean it's going to be in the beginning or one of the first pages. It might be on page 25 because it just showed up in a page that has that word in it. So that's one of the things I always say. Use key phrases strategically but pick out one main key phrase that you want your page to rank for. I've chosen weight loss because number one, it gets over 30,000 clicks, and a potential of 20,000 of those, or 300,000, 20,000 of those potentially could come to my page. So I want that. So then again, I just go through, make sure everything stays good. It's green and green. Everything works out great. My page has been updated. I have all of my images, and now this page is ready to advertise. So that is all the training we have. If you have any questions.
Yes, permalink. What is permalink?
Your
What-
permalink is literally that. That's the link for your page.
What's the value?
If you didn't have a permalink, they couldn't find your page. So if I come here and click on preview, all right, and then I just click on this link, what you see in the address bar is the address for your page. Your permalink is your address for your page.
Gotcha.
Hey, Sheila, would you repeat while you're right there? When you did a search the other day in one of your classes where you were bringing up all your pages that you had like under wine or under something, I tried that. It didn't work. Just asking.
Oh, so yeah, if you go into your own page
Right.
and say, like, I just want to type in word sleep.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So if you have multiple pages with sleep in the title, okay, it's
Mhm.
going to pull up every page with sleep in the title or reference to sleep somewhere in it, just like it does on Google. All right. And all of these pages are there. Now, if I want an individual page, okay, then I will click on that title. And then it shows me my page up here that I want with the permanent link. Now,
I
if
can
I,
do it individually, but I couldn't get it to come up all on one page.
okay, then are you on your page as admin or on your page as a search? Either way, it should come up.
I thought I was on it as a search because I was trying to follow your instructions.
Yeah, so either way, you just want to make sure that when you are in your page, you just go to your search and type in your key phrase.
Okay. I'll try it
You
again.
need to make sure that all your pages are published too. But yeah, it should come up. That's what your search is for. It should pull up every page that you have with that word in it.
Okay, I'll try it again. I remember trying it the day that we did it and it didn't work. And I was like frustrated and I just
Can
forgot.
you try it again and let's see and try it?
Not in my site.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
just try it again when you get a chance and just go into search and make sure it's a good key phrase. You know,
Okay.
you might think you used it as a key phrase, but maybe it's not. Your spelling also, that's why if you notice I didn't use capitalization.
Right. And the
Yeah,
other thing,
always use lowercase in your search.
the other thing that I notice is that sometimes my side doesn't come up with permalink in it. I mean, the whole like alt and all that, it doesn't show
Oh.
up.
Okay, so if that happens, when you're there, you see this little button right here? Because that's what happens to me sometime and it's all clear. If you click on this, then it will open up and show you your information.
Okay.
Just click on your gear settings and it should be there. Sometimes your option, you can go in there and look and make sure that you have that click, that's what you want it to do. Your Yoast is the same thing. Some people want to see their Yoast all the time, see their green and green. I just like to see my information and then my Yoast is up here. So I don't necessarily have to always scroll down to the bottom to check my Yoast. It's right here so I can keep a visual of it for when it turns green and green. But if you're not seeing this information here, like the Yoast right here, and when you're working in a block, you see it changes the block and it gives you the specific information for block. Also, if you have all your tabs open, you're not going to see everything.
Oh, that might be it.
Yeah, only in page. If you're in page, that's where you're going to see your permalink information. You're not going to see it in block because block doesn't have a permalink. Only the page has the permalink.
I bet that's it. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, any more questions? What we went over, anybody got anything they want to discuss about what they saw today?
I just had a really quick question.
Okay.
I put it in chat. when you're in there getting pictures or videos, and you said just copy and paste it in there, so it'll stay in your library after you do
Yes.
that?
Yep. Anytime you copy and paste, it immediately gets added to your library.
Okay, because I always thought I had to copy and save it to someplace and then go get it.
No, you don't have to. The only reason I save mine is so I can use them for other things. If you copy and paste it straight into your page and not save it somewhere, say like you want to go and use it for advertising, you won't have it anywhere.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
But
that's why most of the time I save everything. I actually put it and save it in a file. Then usually I will transfer it over to my Google Doc so I can use it later for advertising.
okay, but if you're working in a page and you've copied and pasted it into a page, it's going to stay there, right?
Yep, it's going to stay there. It automatically gets put in your library. You can actually go remove it from that page later, but it will still be in your library.
Okay.
It
Awesome.
automatically gets imported into your library and it stays permanently until you remove it from your library. Now, if you remove it from your library, it's removed from that page and every place that you've used it.
Okay. Good to know.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Sheila,
Yes.
how do you personally make your choices to which link you use, whether you use a product link or you use a join link? Or
It's based on my pages. When I write, I usually write from an idea, not necessarily based on the product. Just like Rory was talking today about, weight loss and wine, basically just Velveeta in itself, and talking about how people, are struggling with weight loss. I always write around a topic, not a link. So then once I get finished my topic, like weight loss, sleep and wine, because that's what we were talking about. And when I do my searching and do my research for key phrases, then I write. And then my writing flows on how I want it to say, goes from the next one to the next one. Then once I see what I've written, that's why I always wait till later in my page to do my meta description, because usually about halfway through the page, I'm set. I know exactly where I'm going, what I'm going to be talking about. Then once I finish my whole page, then I decide based on what I wrote, which link best goes with that. Sometimes I might be starting talking about weight loss and think, oh, I'm going to use Velveeta. And then it's like, okay, well, maybe this page geared more towards the pains of weight loss. Maybe it gears towards the happier side of weight loss, the achievements of weight loss. Okay, then I want to give them a benefit. Okay, you just lost all this weight. I'm not talking about how you lost it or that you needed to, but you've lost it. You made an achievement. Now let's go celebrate. I'll take them to my Sephora page. I might take them to a travel page. I might take them to a clothing page. Hey, you need to go out and spend some time with your friends, get a new outfit, get a new wardrobe, try some new shoes, things like that. So it really depends on how my page ends up, on what link I choose. So if this page would have ended up being more of a business model instead of a personal model, I would have sent every one of them up to sign up for an affiliate. I would have sent them to my join link for Wine Ambassador. I would have sent them to my join link or registration link for Velveeta. So to me, I never write about a product in itself. That usually gives me the idea, but then I let my page flow based on my outline. And then sometimes it changes everything once I get finished, because then it's like, oh, that won't be very appropriate. Not saying I won't have places in there that I could use it, but if I had to write specifically a Velveeta page and somebody says, I need you to write Velveeta, I couldn't do it. I have to write from my heart. So that's why I always do an outline and then I let it flow from there.
so if you're making a reference to, say, the brain, you would just send them to the Velveeta homepage and let them decide what kind of
Yes.
exploring they wanted to do.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Let me ask you another question while I got you. I'm trying to organize my time as initially Rory had chosen us to do, and percentages for your day and what time you had available. And I was looking back and it made reference to part of the percentages link posting. Is that the same as ads, running ads? Yep. Okay. Yep. I thought so. Okay. Has anybody done a video on working through SlyText?
Yeah, I got one on there. There's one on my site. Matt has one on his YouTube. There's actually SlideTech itself has some videos on how to use their system.
Now, is that one pretty much designed for, say, the V-marketing, just to get that out of the way? in a
It's just, you
timeframe?
can use it for anything. I use it for my SV leads. I use it for my one-on-one boards. If I'm going to do a whole bunch of them, I use it for V marketing. You can use it for basically anything. The one
Okay,
thing
I was just
caution
concerned
people to-
about if you
yeah,
get a lot of responses, then you have to be able to jump on those. So
Yep.
you need to be in a position to have time available.
but it's still, again, it goes to scheduling, even though like the other day I had 5 people respond back. Said, yeah, I'm interested. When can we talk? I didn't tell every one of them, I'm going to call you today. I literally looked at my calendar and said, okay, I got an hour here. I got 30 minutes here. I got 45 minutes here. And that's what I sent them. I was like, okay, I looked and seen what their time zone was, make sure it flexed with my schedule. And that's what I sent them. Hey, I got time here. Is that good for you? And if they come back and said no, then I was like, well, do it just like I do everybody else. Give me some times that you're available this week or next week so we can get on a call and I can explain to you what's going on.
Okay.
Until
Very good.
then, we have a business call. I'd like you to jump in on Tuesday.
We do?
Emilio, I'm going to spank you.
Let me
I
ask
gotta-
you one more thing and I'll let you go.
I
When
gotta
you were
go.
working
I
in
gotta go.
Okay,
response
bye,
magic-
Emilio. I'll see you this week later.
Okay, it's Monday?
Not Monday. I'll let you know.
Okay,
Monday on the calls. Yes, from 11 to 5, I'll be on calls.com.
11 to 5. Wow, okay. I'll probably be there
Okay.
most of the day with you.
Okay.
I've got
Go
to
ahead,
run
Gail.
to Sheila. See everybody next week.
All right. Bye-bye,
All right,
Kat.
bye-bye.
Catherine.
Bye.
Bye.
In response magic, you made reference to paid SMA. How do we know if we pay for the SMA?
You have to fill out your credit information. It's $9.95 a month.
And that's when you start messing with response magic, they'll give you that option.
Yep. When you
I
fit,
haven't done that
and
yet.
a lot of people don't pay attention to Response Magic. When you initially sign up with Response Magic, it looks like it's part of the sign up process. You have to read the fine print because it tells you it's going to cost you $17.95 to sign up for their premium package. And then it's $9.95 to get their SMS. And it doesn't say $9.90. It says, get the premium package. You're signing up, fill out here. And then when you fill it out, it takes you to premium. It says, join the SMS program, but it doesn't tell you what it costs until at the end of it. And you get a charge for $25 because you signed up for the premium Response Magic and you signed up for the SMS package. So
What's the advantage of the premium?
the premium, you have unlimited access to add emails. With the free Response Magic, when you get to 100, you have to upgrade or they won't allow you to put any more in.
Okay, are they
With
both
the,
a one-time
with
deal?
the SMS messages, when people sign up and include their phone number, you can send them messages through Response Magic. You can actually create a message to send out just like you do your emails. Even though you have their email or their phone number in the regular Response Magic, if you don't have an SMS, you can't create an SMS message to send out in bulk. You actually have to have another program like SlideTech or TextNow to send them that message. But with the SMS messaging with Response Magic, as soon as I click add that SMS, it goes to my SMS program I've set up, and then I can go in there and click that that link that has all of my SMS numbers and send out a bulk text.
Okay, are they both a one-time purchase?
No, it's monthly.
The
It's a monthly
$9.95 is
fee.
monthly?
Yeah.
Or are they both monthly?
They're both monthly.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And it's about, and they don't charge tax, so it's like $9.95 and then $17.95. So I think mine average is about $28, something like that.
Who's done a video on how to send out a bulk text? I know there's somebody that's done that. Like if we're dripping on them for like all of the different training sessions, I know there's a way to do that, but
I don't know about, I know on Response Magic, I haven't done a video on it, but I don't know if everybody has the capability or even does the SMS bulk messages where they can schedule it out. SlideTech, you can schedule out your messages. I know GMass has, if you're doing emails, you can schedule out messages on GMass. I do that all the time.
I'm just thinking of the people that I would want to occasionally invite to training, or, you know, either Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and how to do that without having to sit there and do each person, to send it out in bulk without them knowing that, you know, 800
That would
people.
be a
again.
slide tech thing. Yeah, you can do
Okay.
that slide tech, or you can do GMass and send emails.
Okay.
Because then on the email, they can actually click the link straight from their email and open up into the Zoom meeting.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Sheila, I want to say that you're an absolute wizard on doing these pages.
Yeah.
I agree.
I wish I could do
Agreed.
what.
I agree too.
He's a master.
Yes.
I
Very
want to be
fast.
Sheila when I grow up.
If things work out, I promise I will be on Monday. And
Okay.
I'm starting a new board, so I'll have about 5 or 6 calls to make.
Perfect.
Good.
Yeah, the thing about it is when you're creating a new page, it goes back to old school. I loved English. That was my thing. I love to read. And whenever I had to do book reports, I thrived on doing book reports. I loved them. But I never start anything out without an outline. I mean, it's just like my roadmap. It helps me get my thoughts in order. And I can stay on topic. If you don't have a roadmap, even with our PBS, we have a system. So, you know, you have step 1, step 2, step 3. Writing a page is the same thing. You have an idea in your head, and then you put those ideas on paper. How do you want your page to flow? Well, I want to, and you saw me when I created it, I had my topics, and then I was thinking, I said, well, I want to talk about weight loss first. Then I want to talk about the sleep. Then I want to talk about women. Get your ideas in order, and the way you can keep them in order is write them down. Then you stay on topic instead of wandering back and forth. Well, how do I do this? How do I do that? I need to put this in there. If you start writing, you're just like, oh, I want to add this. Write that, what you want to add down, and create a new page from that. Don't try to incorporate it if you already have a flow going, because then it's going to mess you up what you originally thought, and it's going to sidetrack you. So if you have that down and you have your guideline, you'll be surprised how fast you can write a page. That's why I tell people I can write a page from beginning to end and even start advertising in an hour and a half, because I always start my pages like this. I have my headline, and then I do my introduction, and then I do my 5 points that I want to make, that I want to talk about. And sometimes I will have a point that gets incorporated in an above paragraph or in another paragraph, and I take it out because, like, okay, I've already talked about that. It just kind of flowed better that way. So when you can stay on target and stay on task with the topic you've chosen, you will be surprised how fast you can write it. You'll be at the end of it before you even know it. And it's like, oh, how did I do that? And then you just save it and go in, and then that's when you go and pretty it up. You do your links, put your links where you need to go through, make sure your spelling's correct, your grammar's correct, then go and add your pictures. And I promise you, if you don't worry so much about getting your SEO perfect and just write, it flows. You saw I never checked my SEO until I got finished. And by the time I got finished, it was green. So if you don't try to make your page perfect as you write and just write based on what your topics are, everything works out better.
Yeah, it was really helpful for me today because I have Jaxie that I
Uh-huh.
pay for, and I would use Jaxie to kind of look for all of the keywords that were really good to use
Uh-huh.
and try to incorporate those words into my content. But now the idea of using those as your headings is a whole nother program.
It is. I mean, you're paying $50 a month to that. So why only choose 1 or 2 words here and there? You got list and list and list. And if you can write a topic or write a paragraph and include it, be inclusive with what you're already writing, that's just helps your SEO and helps your page rank better. And if your page ranks better, your whole website ranks better. You get traffic coming in. The next thing you know, you're going to have customers coming in. So
Let me ask you this. If you've got, they've come to your page because of your title, and then they're reading through your page and they go, oh, I never thought about ED. Let me look at that. Is that take them to another good keyword that gives you a better ranking, or does that consider click? Or so
Yes.
the more they look around, the better. Like they were talking about this morning with the guy that did just a whole list of recipes. Every time they click on that to go to, okay.
Yep. And the thing that I do, and a lot of people don't like it, but I like it, is all of my internal links, I have them open in a new tab for this simple reason. Most people, they'll click on a link and they'll open in a new tab and they don't like what they saw. And there's like, okay, where's the page I was just on? And they
That's
can't find
exactly
it.
what I do personally, is I will click on it. And then if I can't, well, I'm not interested. I thought I would be. I just wanted to see what it was about.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, I
they've
started
lost where
doing
they
that
were
too.
at. And then next thing you know, they leave altogether. So I always open my internal links in a new tab. Like you said, if they don't like what they see, they click off it. They clicked off my whole site if they do that, you know?
Mm.
But if I click it and open it in a new tab, they can go in and go right back to where they were at before, because that tab's still open.
It helps to know what a tab means.
Yes, you leaving me?
That's where I was.
Phyllis?
I didn't even know what that meant when I started opening a new tab. I didn't even know what that meant.
Okay, hold on. Yeah. Phyllis, I can't hear you. You're muted. There you go. You were talking away. I couldn't hear you.
Okay, I gotta go.
Okay.
But I look forward to seeing this training again, because that helped me a lot.
Perfect.
This is gonna help me fix my pages I messed up in.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Oh,
All right,
Okay,
girlie.
bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Anybody got any other questions about what they saw or comments?
Just one time, the next time we get together, I've got on, I think you answered my message yesterday. I've been working with the slide text,
Mhm.
and I can get the group set up. I can put a message in, but when I click send, it says 0 delivered and 0. I don't know whether I'm blocked or not, but I did.
You have to, if you were sending out any link in SlideTech,
No, it was
or
basically,
if you were new to SlideTech and you sent more than 20 a day for a while, then they might have blocked you. You have to call them, and most of the time they can either fix it and initialize your number, or they'll give you a new number, but you have to call them if it's not working.
I was only doing like 20 to start with, but when I did it the one time and it didn't work, I tried a second time, so maybe they consider that 40 or something.
Yeah, I don't know, but I know most of the people that had it. I know Dee had it for a while, and she actually had to call them because she was sending the book link in, and they had to reassign her new number. Julie Lundy, she had it, and they actually cleared her account, and she got to keep her number. So it just depends on what they say and what they do, but they'll fix it.
Yeah, I did not send the links because I was using the marketing lead stream.
Yeah. So that would be the one thing, is once you, and this is with any program, guys, you start that has any kind of a mass system that you can use, start with the lowest number available. Usually about 10, no more than 15 for the first week or two, just so that they can see what you're doing, and change your messages daily. Change your messages daily. Even, I mean, that's why I say, if people look at my messages, they saw me do it Friday, and everybody asked me, why are you changing your message? Why are you writing a whole new message? Because I've already used all those messages this week. So I wrote another one, and it still kept the same message, the original message that we want to get out. Hey, we got, you know, you came and filled out our program, you didn't finish it. We want to get together and answer all of your questions, but I put a different spin on it, kept all the information. And then I said, oh, by the way, I'm sending you an email too that has a link to a free book. So as long as you keep the message the same, you can put your own personality in it. I have about 15 different messages I send. They all say the same thing in a different way.
Can you go back and repeat them after you've gone through them? Because I've been doing that too.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then periodically call yourself. You know, carry
Yeah,
on.
that was a question
conversation
I
with
had.
yourself.
Every time I've got text now and text free, and every day I send a text message to my 3 children from each of those. Now, do I need to make a phone call, or is texting them
Still
sufficient?
call them. Yeah. Call and use that number to call. That's why I said, when I do advertising, I switch out between my text now and my Google Voice number. I never use my personal number. And I get calls all the time on there. and messages get left where people will say, hey, I saw your ad. Okay. But they never leave me a number. I got some people the other day that actually text me with a link for theirs. And I was like, oh, you're into marketing? Here, I need you to look at this. Send them back a link. You know, people's like, I get so tired of people sending me message. Reverse it on them. You got a link? It's like, oh, you're marketing? Hey, let me look at this. I need you to look at this. What's to stop you? They already initiated the call. They already initiated the reach out. All you're doing is following up with it. Turn it back
Yeah,
around.
I've got a guy that responded to V Marketing today that said, you know, I'm not Charles, I'm Darren, and I took my friend's phone and I get nothing but sex ads and on this. I was going to send him back and say, you know, sorry, you're getting all that bad stuff. Here's something you might be interested in. It's you know, and just see if he's
Well,
interested.
Friday when I was on the phone, I actually got a message while I was on the calls.com, and it came through and they said, F you, you know, I'm tired of getting
Oh my
these
goodness.
GD messages. And I was like, and I literally texted him, I said, language, I didn't come across to you like that. You know, why are you coming across me like that? And didn't hear from him. About 7 o'clock last night, he come through and he said, yeah, I like my language, but really I'm getting tired of getting messages. I'm not this Chrissy person. I said, well, I totally understand that, but I'm just doing my marketing business and this name was given to me. I said, and I'm sorry you're getting that. It's not my fault, but I don't think you have the right to take it out on everybody because we don't know that you're not who we think you are. You know, and he came back, he said, yeah, he said, it just caught me at a bad time. I said, well, it sounds like that you're a really nice person. I said, so if you don't want to do marketing, I'd love to have you as a customer. I'm gonna send you some information in a few minutes.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I mean, and he was like, that's fine. He said, but is there any way I said, I can only fix what I got. This is the number I got. I said, I can't help anybody else. I said, but I will make sure I fix it on my end. And he said, I appreciate it. So, I mean, I was just in that mood yesterday. I wasn't gonna let nobody get to me. Sometimes you have to be that way.
Yeah.
You know, you come back and
Yeah,
I was nice
I've got
about it.
my response occasionally to that is, yeah, God bless you too. And I just let them sit with that for a minute.
And sometimes you don't have to say anything, just go next. But I was just in one of those moods, just very confrontational mood yesterday.
Got under your crawl yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, Miss Levette.
Karen and I like to know about GMAS.
Okay, GMAS.
Right, Karen?
Thanks, Levette.
All right, hold on just a minute. Let me, I am going to stop this recording.